Wake up, Melbourne.
Jason Lauren.
Jason Lauren.
The only way to start your day.
Melbourne's Nova 100.
Big weekend of footy and a big night of footy last night as well.
Yeah, it was a huge game. Pies not at their sparkling best, would you say, Jace?
No, they couldn't catch a ball to save their life last night, honestly. It was just like, come on, guys. Come on.
But outside of the terrible result for the Pies, great result if you're a Saints fan, it was a pretty special game last night. It was Spud's game, all about Danny Frawley, about the work his family are doing currently in the mental health area.
Yeah.
And Hamish McLaughlin at the start of the match had a few things to say, but it was this sort of goosebump-inducing moment, having both teams together with their arms wrapped around each other and a representative from each football team. Well, Haim had some pretty important things to say.
Footy has always had the ability to bring people together. That's how most of us knew Spud. What a ripper he was. But right now isn't about football, it's about mental health. 2 in 5 of us will experience mental ill health in our lifetime, and that's simply too many. And that's what the Danny Frawley Centre is trying to change, but they need your help. Have a look around you. 2 in 5. If you can, make a donation. Spud would love that, and so would those who it helps. So if you're battling, talk. If you think someone's battling, ask the questions. Unite, honour Spud's legacy, and donate. Spud, we love you.
Well said.
Yeah, it was a pretty special moment at the MCG. And making a donation is great, but as Hamish said, if you're battling, talk. And if you think someone's battling, ask the question. Christian Petracca from the Demons, part of our team, joins us this morning.
How are we?
Track,
Good morning.
before we
Morning.
get too deep into footy chat, are these conversations happening around like the D's, around footy clubs?
Yeah, they are, definitely. And probably not even footy clubs. Like, I think my friendship groups as well, away from the club, we're definitely speaking about it more and becoming more vulnerable with each other. I think early on in my career, like when I first started, I think if you were to talk about your feelings or go see a psychologist, I think you were considered probably soft. But that was probably just the culture back then. Like no one did speak, or no one wanted to speak because I think I'm embarrassed or I'm not manly enough to talk about it. Or I think now, you've probably seen the last 6 or 7 years, not even footy clubs, a transition towards, well, it's actually the other side of the spectrum. If you don't speak about your feelings, well, then that's actually not good enough.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important as males as well. Everyone goes through feelings, and everyone has times they're not feeling their best. And I think as well as part of footy clubs, you see that. You see your co-workers and you see their body language and posture, and you know when someone's off. So I think it's really important to speak about that type of stuff, talk about it, as we do definitely at footy club.
Track and I were just saying off the air during your news clip, you work in a tight team in your workplace like a footy club. You know if someone's off. You know, it's a good reminder to go and ask.
Last night, the camera found Tim Membry, who was only just detailed or given us an insight into his mental health demons or struggles, and also Majak Dor, who you played a lot of footy with, Track.
Yeah, I played 1 year with him. I was teammate for 1 year. It's one of those ones as well that the footy club's invested a lot of money and time into this too. Psychologists, I see a psychologist every week. I think they're absolutely amazing tool, and they don't necessarily change or well, for me, like I've struggled with a few things in the past with anxiety and stress and external pressure and internal pressure. It's more just about wrapping your head around the emotion, and it's actually just kind of normalizing it and being like, it's okay to feel these certain ways, and other people are actually feeling the same thing as you, and then kind of having a strategy and a tools around it to help with that.
There'd be a lot of blokes listening in their cars right now who would be surprised to hear that someone like Christian Petracca, so well made, right?
Yeah.
Has to see a psychologist.
It's good.
Well, I think it's
no one's above it.
No.
Everyone, as I've said this in the past numerous times with Clayton Oliver, and that, everyone's going through something, big or small.
Yeah.
And the ability to talk to someone, talk to your family, talk to your friends is so important. And we know the Frawley family really well. Belle's really close with Danielle, and I'm really close with Angus. And it's such a beautiful tribute last night what they did for Spud and obviously Saints.
And isn't it amazing to watch the Frawley family build this incredible legacy for Danny and to help so many other people moving forward?
Oh, definitely. Sorry, you go.
No, I was just going to say it's a great facility they've set up in Moorabbin too.
It's amazing. And then the whole family's invested a part of it. They haven't just set up this facility and gone, okay, well, that's
That's that.
This is it. Every single one of them in the family are putting money and time and effort into this and working, the contact hours there too.
Hey, we've got to go to a song, but on the other side of this, we need to talk
footy.
We need to talk footy. We're taking on the Hawks this weekend, aren't we, Track?
What?
what?
Was this the we?
Hang on. What's happened here?
This is a we now.
All right, we'll come back and talk footy in a
We're
second.
going to talk footy shortly, but just a reminder that there are resources out there if anyone you know or you yourself are struggling. Lifeline is available. 13 11 14 is the number.
Christian Petracca from the Mighty D's is joining us. He's coming accustomed to the buttons here at Nova. He's realised he can operate his own
It's actually
microphone.
touch here. Usually I'm used to swizzling a knob or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, the things
generally.
work here. It's very weird. It really throws us. Hey, can we talk about last night, please?
You need a therapy session.
I think we've talked.
Saints are going to win it, and both grand finalists will go into next week's Thursday Easter Gabba game without a win between them. The Saints have beaten the Pies by 15 points.
Well, BT's a bit salty as a former Collingwood champion.
Yeah.
Haven't we talked about Collingwood enough this morning? They're 0-3. Like, get over it.
Love that.
Shots fired.
If you don't
You know
barrack
what,
for
Loz?
Collingwood, you don't really care, do you?
You're right. Let's look forward.
Yeah.
We're playing the Hawks this week.
We are.
Yeah, Jace has jumped back on the D's bandwagon. Let's talk about
And now the
D's.
Broncos are winning again. You're probably back on them, aren't you?
Go the Broncos.
Yes, quickly, just wait. Let's ask about Collingwood quickly because there's this thing that the media talk about it a lot, and fans talk about it. A premiership hangover. Is there such a thing, Track? Do you reckon?
No. Yes and no. I would say, yeah. I think speaking on my experience of winning a premiership and then the following preseason, it is hard to back up that feeling that you've had in the year. Not feeling. I think getting back to what you achieved in the grand final.
So obviously, you win a premiership, you're fulfilled, right? You get that sense of fulfillment.
Yeah, you also get a compromised preseason. So Collingwood, they would have started 4 weeks or 3 weeks after everyone else. So,
Really?
yeah, well, they've technically play a whole 4 weeks after everyone else.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
We went out straight set. So then they have an extra 3 weeks. We have an extra 3 weeks than them. So we have extra more preseason. So if guys are having surgery, it's not compromised their preseason. You saw Pendlebury and Howie, they missed the first game, I think, because of injury. So things like that. Then obviously pressure internally, like, oh, well, we want to achieve that again.
Yeah.
And I know for us, we probably seek that level of perfection, trying to get perfection. But we started the season 10-0 the year after. Probably the opposite. We actually kind of faded out rather than actually kind of going in tapered, which is probably rather that way, to be honest.
You jumped out of the blocks quite well. But you get over it, right? Like soon they'll just get back to their best. Do we think?
Assume that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, so we started 10-0, and then you lose your first, and then we lost the second. We lost to Freo, then we lost to Collingwood, and then we lost again. So we lost 3 in a row.
It's hard to get out of that rut.
But you also got to pay a lot of respect to the competition. Like, it is bloody hard competition, and there's you can't fit 12 teams into the top 4, and you could make a case for at least 7 or 8 teams right now who are playing some very good footy and good teams.
And the Saints were very good.
Saints were awesome. They were great. Their pressure and intensity was great.
Saints will be in the top 8. I'm calling it.
Oh, okay, Bruce.
That's it.
Yep.
Who's your
It's only
favourite?
paying $1 a
Who's
one.
your favourite Saints player, Jace?
That's a stupid.
Who do you love watching at the
Who
Saints?
do you love watching at the Saints?
All of them.
Rewalt,
You know me.
Montagna.
Rewalt stole a
Well, there
car
was
park on me
a,
once at GSAC, so I'm off him.
There was a
He also doesn't play anymore.
there was a goal that Jack Higgins kicked last night. Everyone's calling it goal of the year already. It's only round 2.
No, you're
But
calling
he
it goal of the
He
year.
kicked it from the car park. Did you see that?
I actually turned it off at halftime. Went to bed.
Yeah, I should have too.
I should. I saw it. They didn't call it out of bounds. So if I'm Jack Higgins, I'm claiming
You
that.
claim it. You celebrate.
He did the humble thing of saying, it was out of bounds.
Did he?
I think he did say it after the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a good bloke.
I'm tipping you guys by 20 on Saturday.
Okay, calm
going
down.
up against Hawthorn. How's the boys?
Feeling good. Feeling really, really good. Had a really good week last week. Obviously, good win against Doggies, who are also a very good team. Put a lot of things in place that we kind of learnt from the last game against Sydney. I'm sure you've seen it, Clint, with all our ball movement and stuff like that, which has been good. So
Clint?
he was looking the other way.
He was watching.
No, my favourite bit was when Track walked in this morning. Track walks in this morning and Clint goes, I want to ask about the hangover. And Clint goes, yours? He goes, no, the Premiership. gun, you
No,
idiot.
you said mine. You said mine.
Yeah. I thought you were.
You got your guard up real quick.
I
didn't
did
you?
get my guard
I'm not
up.
hungover.
I'm not.
Hey,
Yeah, good ball movement, Track. It's been superb this year. Superb.
Just,
Quick hands.
Just quickly, you go on the Grand Prix?
I'm going Sunday with Red Bull.
You've rolled
Excited.
in looking like a driver in your Red Bull merch.
I wear this every day.
Are you
I
on?
it's just glued to my head, this hat.
Who's going to win?
Verstappen will win
Verstappen.
by the 50 seconds, I reckon.
He's good,
He's a
isn't he?
freak,
Really?
absolute machine.
Do you get
so.
to spend much time? Have you ever met the Red Bull drivers?
I haven't.
Will you get
I've
to?
met Ricardo, actually, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We actually look alike, apparently. Maybe it's
kind
just,
of
maybe it's
do.
Italian and the big schlong. What is a big schnoz? The big
Schnoz. Schnoz. Schnoz.
I said the wrong word before.
Schnoz.
Well, excuse me, I wouldn't know.
Daily Mail today.
But you would know, Christian.
I'll tell you what will be awkward for anybody who didn't hear the previous segment. And they're like, bloody hell.
Those Italian
That
boys.
actually is a good point. Cut that one out.
Dude, no, we're live. Anyway, a bit of self-promotion over there from Christian.
Oh, God.
Petracca.
I'm
you
a married
really
man.
can
I'm a
have
married
it all.
man.
All right. The D's taking on the Hawks this weekend. Good luck for the match, mate, and enjoy
Thanks,
the Grand
guys.
Prix.
Have a
Appreciate
great time with
It
Daniel
is.
Ricciardo.
Jason Lauren.
Jason Lauren. Wake up feeling good. Follow them on socials. Nova 100.